Hello. So I'm pretty fresh from walking the Coast to Coast Walk. If you don't know, the Coast to Coast Walk is a 192-mile hike from the west coast of England in a place called St Bees to the east coast to a place called Robin Hood's Bay. It takes in the Lake District, the Yorkshire Dales and the North York Moors. I'm not going to bore you with all the details of the hike, but you should definitely do it. It's really good. You'll really enjoy it. Now, more than any other hike I've ever done, people were always going, bloody hell, is that all you're taking? So I thought I'd do a bit of a gear summary, what I took, what worked, what didn't work, what I might bring if I were to go and do the hike again. This is everything I took with me. Please don't copy this because this is quite extreme, but if you're looking for things you could potentially drop, what you might need, what you could leave behind, maybe this video will help. So let's crack open the bag and have a look. Before that, this is what I was wearing on a pretty regular basis. From head to toe, cap. This is a Montbell something. Not much sun when I did the coast to coast. In fact, it rained pretty much 80% of the time, but great for keeping the rain out of my glasses, which it did a lot of. Buff. What can I say about buff that hasn't been said a million times before? This buff was particularly good for using as a pillow. I just stuff it full of clothes and it works better than the pillows that I've paid for. Buff is great. You don't realise you have it when you have it, but when you don't have it, it sucks. This is an Arc'teryx sun hoodie. I went with Arc'teryx because they've got a shop nearby me so I could try it on. This worked really well. Keeps you cool when it's hot, keeps you warm when it's cold. I think I'm going to buy another one. I like it that much. Some pretty generic Nike shorts. These have seen a lot of use. I use these to run in. These ones are well on their way out. Nice big hole down here. Not ideal for restaurants. Worked fine. Dry quickly. Panties, sacks, no problems, dry fast. Colourful, ingingy. Just like saying ingingy. These worked really well. These are like the only socks I can wear that don't give me blisters. I love Darn Tough's warranty, but I get blisters. These keep my toes apart. These have got a couple of holes in them now. I'll patch them up, but I'm gonna buy another pair. Ultra gaiters, just gaiters. You can't buy the cool dirty girl gaiters without paying a hefty import charge or like postage. These are fine. The elasticity's going a little bit. I might just make my own of these next time. How hard can it be? Atom Packs, Roo, bum bag. It's not a fanny pack. I don't have a fanny. This basically went with me everywhere. This is my essentials. In this, phone, Google Pixel 6, battery's a bit crummy, does what it needs to do. Inside, toothbrush, toothpaste, floss, and soap. This just makes more sense being in here, something that always comes with me, than it does in there, something that I like to leave because it's quite heavy. And yes, I do cut my toothbrush down, but only because it fits in the bag better. Body Glide, again, I just want this on me all the time. I don't mean like on me, I mean just with me. I don't want to stop and have to go through all of this to get this when I just need to put a bit on my feet or a little bit on my nips. Leukotape, similar idea. If I stop, I want to just quickly get it out of here, pop it on my feet and get going again. I don't want to have to sort of rummage around and cut stuff up. While we're on the subject, this is how I do my Leukotape. I do it all in different sizes on just some wax paper that you get from the post office. Super quick, super simple, no fannying around. Fanny? Adapter for my head torch. Headphones. These are like a performance enhancing drug. People that say you can't enjoy nature while listening to headphones have obviously just not hiked all that much. When the wind has been whistling in your ears for 8 hours, it's ABBA that's going to get you to the finish line, and these deliver pure ABBA. Charging block with 2 ports, quite high power. This is quite chunky. If anyone's got any suggestions for anything smaller, let me know. Cable 1, cable 2. Charge 2 things at once. Wallet with change. You have to have change on the coast to coast because there's honesty boxes and little campsites that want to evade tax. Opinel number 8. You can't carry this in the UK because it's got a locking blade, but I like knives more than that Swiss Army knife because the knife on the Swiss Army knife is too small. You can't cut bread or cheese. I like a proper knife that's UK legal. not this one. Sharpie double ender, great for taking names and addresses and phone numbers and emails, graffitiing things, signing guest books, and labeling CDs from the early to mid noughties. Blistex lip balm with SPF 50. Gotta look after your lips, and your lips will look after you. Not sponsored. Flextail, what's this called? Yeah, luxury, but I think these are essential. It's true, at the end of the day, you don't want to spend another 10 minutes blowing up a pad. Nightcore, 10,000 milliamp, works fine, small, light, tasty. The bag. This is an Atom Packs DCF 35. There are only 8 of these, and I got one. And I spent quite a lot of money on it, and it's amazing. I was a little bit nervous about taking a 35-litre pack for a 12-day hike, but this was amazing and all I needed, and I'm looking forward to using this a lot more. So what's inside of it? Trekking poles. Again, essential for me because they make me go further and they keep my tent up. Active water bottle, because we don't get the 1 litre smart water bottles in the UK. We have to pay nearly £2 for alkaline ionized water that tastes a bit funky. In this pocket, the essential kit for all of your business. Trail bidet, trowel, a bit of toilet paper. Didn't actually use this on the coast to coast, which was nice. Sunglasses in a hard case. I could probably save some grams by using a soft case, but I will definitely break my glasses. Sun cream, factor 50, I burn really easily. This is the kids version, rollerball, which is really easy to put on and cheaper than the adult version. Essential tip there. Absorbent cloth. I use this for wiping my tent down in the morning. I didn't think about using this as a towel, but could you use this as a towel? It would be disgusting. It would be disgusting. Front pocket. This is a Montbell Versalite. This came in really handy because, like I said, it rained all the time. This did wet out a fair amount, so I might look for something a bit better for the UK. But generally it kept me pretty warm and dry most of the time. I'll re-proof this and try it again. But it was fine. Montbell Versalite trousers. These were great. These didn't wet out and they're very, very light. Tent pegs. I took 6 groundhogs and 3 minis. I don't like the minis. They don't work very well in anything other than great weather. The main groundhogs work fantastic, and I'll be getting some more because that's all I want to carry. Odds and sods, I'll go through that in a second. That's it for the main pocket. There are some things that I might not take on another hike. This is a drone, which is amazing, but it got used 10 times and it weighs quite a lot. This is the drone controller. It weighs even more than the drone. I don't know. I'll look through the footage and see whether it's worth it, but it's heavy and quite bulky. So I don't know. We'll see. Food bag. Didn't take much food. There's plenty of places to eat. Controversial. I didn't take a stove. I just took a pot for cold soaking, but I didn't do any cold soaking. I just ate pub food and cafe food and restaurant food and chocolate. I would take a stove next time. Tent is a Z-Packs duplex. I'm more than happy with this tent, but I'm gonna get the smaller one. I'm gonna get the Plex Solo because I didn't need this much space, but this tent was perfect and I really enjoyed using it. I think Z-Packs are great. Sponsor me, Z-Packs. Inside the dry bag, Therm-a-Rest Neo Air NXT, the slightly thicker one. This is great, very comfortable, but maybe too small. I'd like a big mattress, massive thing. Also, do people put this in the stuff sack? This is the only stuff sack I use because I don't want all the crap from this getting on my sleeping bag. But all that weight, I don't know if I could really live with myself. This is a Columbia shirt that the guy who made this also wears. I like this, but I think I prefer sun hoodies. So I'm going to buy another sun hoodie. Oh yeah, Senchi fleece. This is so good, so good. Warm, breathable, just like comforting. This hasn't been washed in 2 weeks and it smells fine. don't even have to wash these. This was like when I was washing clothes, this is what I would wear. I would buy another one of these. I'm gonna buy the trousers just to wear around the house as well. Darn tough. These are my sleeping socks. I'm gonna replace these because they're great to sleep in, but terrible for me to walk in. I don't get on with them, but very warm at night. Spare pants, Patagonia, fine. Spare socks, Injinji, love them. And then my quilt, which is a Cumulus 350, love it. Packs down terribly small, was warm enough, could have done with a little bit more warmth. Thanks to Brexit, these are now really expensive to get into the UK. Thanks again, Brexit. And that is it. Oh wait, DJI Action 4 works perfectly, can take a beating, got soaked regularly, works really well. The wind performance is shit though, which is why it's got this gigantic pop filter on it, like it's a giant microphone. But otherwise this is perfect for what I want to do. And then some water, gotta hydrate. And that, I think, is it. Oh, my shoes. Ultra Lone Peak 7. These were never dry and they didn't ever have a chance to dry, but they're still better than boots. This is a Z-Packs DCF stuff sack. Battery for my camera, battery for the drone, another battery for the drone. So you can see why the drone adds a fair bit of weight. Headlamp, NU25, never used this, but always good to have. Kind of useful when you need it. Medicine, scissors, pick and mix of drugs, tick key, which I did use, some spare Leuco tape, Piriton, lots of tapes, alcohol wipes, plasters, patches, sewing kit. Yeah, your usual medical stuff. And that is it. I hope that was useful. Any questions, do that thing. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Bag. Fanny means something entirely different in the UK.